You ever leave a conversation feeling like you've been sucked into a black hole of negativity? Maybe it was a friend venting for the 100th time, or a coworker who couldn't find a single silver lining. Those interactions can leave us drained and frustrated. But what if there was a way to navigate these situations without sacrificing your own peace of mind? That's where Stoicism comes in. This ancient philosophy isn't about ignoring problems. It's about facing them with reason and virtue. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the things we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and not get bogged down by external circumstances. Think of your mental energy as a precious resource. By limiting exposure to negativity, we create space for growth and resilience. So, ditch the emotional vampires and join us as we explore 7 types of people Stoicism suggests you avoid, all to help you cultivate inner strength and navigate life's challenges with wisdom. The chronic complainer, masters of misery. Let's face it, we all have our moments of frustration, but then there are those who seem to have permanently booked a room in the complaining castle. These chronic complainers have a knack for finding fault in everything, their negativity bias acting like a magnet for misfortune. Spending time with them can feel like wading through quicksand. Their constant negativity drains your energy and pulls your focus away from potential solutions. It's like trying to plan a hike with someone who's convinced it will rain. The negativity can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, hindering your own optimism and problem-solving skills. So, how do we deal with these Eeyores of the everyday? The key is setting boundaries and gently redirecting the conversation. You can acknowledge their frustration, but then suggest a solution-oriented approach. Maybe say, "Yeah, that traffic was rough. What can we do to make the most of this wait?" By subtly shifting the focus, you help them move from venting to action. Remember, it's okay to limit your exposure to negativity. You can excuse yourself politely or suggest revisiting the topic later when tempers have cooled. The drama magnet, living in a soap opera. Next up, we have the drama magnet. These individuals seem to have a sixth sense for attracting chaos and conflict. Their lives are a never-ending series of misunderstandings, feuds, and near misses. The problem? Their drama is like a virus, highly contagious and disruptive to your own inner peace. Being around someone constantly embroiled in drama can be exhausting. Their emotional highs and lows become your own, leaving you feeling drained and anxious. It's hard to focus on your own well-being when you're constantly pulled into their whirlwind. So, how do we spot a drama magnet? Watch out for those who thrive on emotional intensity, who exaggerate situations and rarely take responsibility for their part in conflicts. If you find yourself constantly caught in the crossfire of their latest drama, it's time to politely distance yourself. You don't have to be rude, but you can excuse yourself from the conversation or suggest they handle the situation directly with the involved parties. Remember, you can't control their actions, but you can control your own involvement. By politely setting boundaries, you protect your energy and create space for more peaceful interactions. The ego-driven individual, all about me. Now we enter the realm of the ego-driven individual. These folks are all about status, constantly seeking external validation and measuring their worth by how others perceive them. Conversations become one-sided monologues about their achievements, possessions, or perceived superiority. Their relentless focus on external validation clashes head-on with core Stoic principles. Stoicism emphasizes finding value within ourselves, focusing on developing virtue and character. The ego-driven individual, however, seeks validation from a source outside their control, setting themselves up for disappointment and frustration. So, how do we navigate interactions with these self-absorbed individuals? First, remember you can't control their need for validation. Instead, focus on your own growth. Stoicism teaches us that true worth comes from within, from cultivating qualities like reason, courage, and justice. By prioritizing inner strength and character development, you build a sense of self-worth that is unshakable by external validation. You can still be polite and professional with the ego-driven individual, but don't get sucked into their validation game. Remember, your self-worth comes from who you are, not who they think you are. The pessimist, Rainclouds on repeat. Ever met someone who can turn a sunny day into a downpour with a single sentence? That's our friend the pessimist. These folks are the masters of worst-case scenarios, perpetually expecting the worst outcome in any situation. While a healthy dose of caution is valuable, constant negativity is a recipe for misery. misery. The problem with pessimists is that their negativity is contagious. Spending time with them can chip away at your own resilience and optimism. Imagine planning a trip with someone who's convinced everything will go wrong, from lost luggage to canceled flights. Their negativity can paralyze you with fear and hinder your ability to see the potential for a positive experience. So, how do we deal with the rain cloud on repeat? Stoicism offers practices for cultivating a positive mindset. One key concept is negative visualization. This doesn't mean dwelling on negativity, but rather acknowledging potential setbacks and mentally preparing for them. By anticipating challenges, we can approach them with reason and a plan, rather than fear and paralysis. Remember, Stoicism isn't about blind optimism, it's about realistic hope. We can acknowledge difficulties without succumbing to negativity. By keeping a positive outlook and focusing on what we can control, we become more resilient in the face of life's inevitable challenges. If you have made it this far and believe that the information shared will be beneficial, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell. Your support is greatly appreciated. With that said, let's dive right back into the discussion. The ungrateful person, a feast without flavor. Next up, we encounter the ungrateful person. These individuals have a knack for taking everything for granted. Their focus is constantly on what they lack, blind to the abundance that already surrounds them. Imagine a friend who complains about their perfectly good meal while you're struggling to make ends meet. Their negativity can be a real downer, undermining your own sense of appreciation. Being around someone who's perpetually dissatisfied can make you question your own blessings. It's hard to feel grateful for your own health when someone complains about a minor inconvenience. Their negativity creates a scarcity mindset, making it difficult to appreciate the good things in life, both big and small. So, how do we deal with the ungrateful person? Stoicism offers powerful practices for cultivating gratitude. One key concept is the practice of journaling positive reflections. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for, big or small. This simple exercise can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's already present. Remember, gratitude isn't about ignoring challenges, it's about appreciating the good amidst them. By cultivating gratitude, we cultivate a sense of contentment and inner peace. This doesn't mean ignoring the ungrateful person's negativity, but it equips you to maintain your own positive perspective. The victim mentality, blaming their way through life. Few things are more draining than someone stuck in a victim mentality. These individuals see themselves as constantly wronged by external forces, forever blaming others for their circumstances. They avoid taking responsibility for their actions and choices, living in a cycle of blame and resentment. The problem with the victim mentality is that it hinders personal growth and resilience. By constantly blaming others, they relinquish control over their own lives. They become passive observers instead of active participants in their own happiness. This can be incredibly frustrating to witness, as you see them miss opportunities for learning and growth. So, how do we navigate interactions with someone holding on to a victim mentality? Stoicism emphasizes taking ownership of your actions and choices. This doesn't mean ignoring external circumstances, but rather focusing on how you can respond to them. One key Stoic practice is the daily Stoic reflection. Take some time each day to reflect on your thoughts, actions, and reactions. Ask yourself, what could I have controlled better in this situation? By taking responsibility for your own role, you empower yourself to make positive changes in your life. Remember, you can't control the victim mentality of others, but you can control your own response. By focusing on your own growth and cultivating a sense of personal responsibility, you become more resilient and empowered to navigate life's challenges with reason and grace. The chaser of short-term pleasure, living for the likes. Finally, let's talk about the chaser of short-term pleasure. These folks prioritize instant gratification over long-term goals. They make impulsive decisions, chasing fleeting highs and the next dopamine hit. From reckless spending sprees to unhealthy habits, their focus is on the feel-good now rather than the potential consequences. This constant pursuit of pleasure directly contradicts core Stoic principles. Stoicism emphasizes moderation and reason. It encourages us to make choices that align with our long-term goals and values, not fleeting desires. The chaser of short-term pleasure, however, prioritizes the momentary thrill over building a fulfilling and meaningful life. So, how do we avoid getting swept away in the whirlwind of instant gratification? Stoicism offers practices for delayed gratification and focusing on long-term goals. One key concept is visualizing the long game. Before making a decision, take a moment to imagine the potential consequences, both positive and negative. Ask yourself, will this action contribute to my long-term goals and well-being? Remember, Delayed gratification isn't about depriving yourself of all pleasure. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and lead to a more fulfilling life. By focusing on long-term goals and cultivating discipline, we can resist the allure of fleeting pleasures and build a life filled with lasting satisfaction. Choose your company wisely. So there you have it, the 7 types of people Stoicism suggests you avoid. Remember, this isn't about judging others, but about protecting your mental energy for your own growth. Just like a garden, your mind needs fertile ground to cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, and justice. Constant exposure to negativity can deplete your resources and hinder your ability to blossom. But here's the good news. You don't have to completely cut these people out of your life. Stoicism offers alternative strategies like compassionate detachment. This means acknowledging their struggles with empathy, but without getting sucked into their negativity. Setting boundaries is also crucial. You can politely limit your exposure or redirect conversations towards more positive solutions. Remember, Stoicism isn't about building walls around yourself. It's about building inner strength and resilience. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions, you empower yourself to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. So, if you're looking for a philosophy to help you cultivate inner peace and navigate life's complexities, Stoicism is a powerful tool. We encourage you to explore Stoic practices from daily reflections to visualizing long-term goals. By investing in your own growth and resilience, you can build a life filled with meaning, purpose, and unshakable inner peace. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on Stoicism and personal growth. And remember, leave a comment below letting us know which type of person resonated most with you. Until next time, take care and stay wise.